Hello, I'm Becky, and welcome to another episode of Diet Culture Can Fork Off. So, I help women over 30 stuck in diet cycles create food freedom and feel confident in their bodies by breaking down diet culture's hold without focusing on the scales and missing out on living your life. And that's all through my one-to-one Empower coaching or my Misfit Club group coaching. And today's episode, I'm going to continue on a little bit from last week where I talked about journaling. It's my little mini series really about journaling. But today I want to talk about how journaling can actually move you, okay? Because let's be real, okay? I talked about the woo-woo-ness of journaling last week, and I think journaling does get this sold as this magical ritual as well that would just changes your life. But if you've ever sat staring at that blank page thinking, what am I even meant to write? Well, you're not alone, okay? You're in good company because so many people that I speak to feel this exact same way. And that was myself included, at the beginning of my journaling struggle, as I suppose I could call it journaling struggle, journaling journey. I wasn't sure what I should be writing. So today I'm going to show you how to journal in a way that actually moves you, okay? Moves you forward without feeling confused, overwhelmed, or even if you're not connecting with the woo-woo, that's okay. So I'm going to show you how to do it in a way that suits you. Because so many women that I speak to, and that's my clients included as well, when they first start, they really get stuck with journaling. Some people have done it before, they've tried it in the past, they're like, I just can't click with it, I don't know what I'm meant to do, doesn't seem right. So, this is where people get most stuck. So first of all, some people overthink it. That's where this perfectionist mindset comes in as well. And I know I talk about this a lot because a lot of my clients do struggle with this, and a lot of people that a lot of people I speak to struggle with this as well. So they overthink it because they're wanting it to be perfect. Okay. So then you start going okay, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? What am I meant to do? I'm not sure. What should I write? You start just analysing everything. Also, people do think that maybe it needs to be deep and meaningful as well. I need to really get into the soul, or really need to break down exactly that deep stuff that's going on. I need to make it meaningful. Or people think they have to write pages and pages and pages. Or they just feel a bit silly. Some people just do feel it feels a bit icky. I'm not sure. I feel a bit silly. I feel a bit not, it doesn't quite sit right, I guess is the right way to explain that. Or they don't know what counts as journaling, or they don't know how to link it back to working through mindset or emotional eating, binge cycles, body confidence either. People go, okay, this is the stuff I want to work through, but what do I do? What do I journal about? How do I journal about it? Why is this going to help? So I always say as well as that you're not bad at journaling. No one's bad at journaling. You can't be, because there's no right or wrong. And I talked about in the past episode that there's different ways of journaling for, depending on how you're feeling, what you want to get out of it. So there is definitely no right or wrong about it at all. What is really key is maybe that you've just not been taught different ways of doing it, or finding that version that makes sense for you and your life. Because that's where I can come in, and that's where I help my clients a lot with this as well, is finding a way that connects with them. The questions, even sometimes, because I obviously give journal prompts, it's finding a way that actually connects with you, and a way that you're oh, okay, that makes sense, or yeah, I'm getting more out of this now. And I love people, seeing people going on their journaling journeys, if you like. So I have, I said, work with people, and they're nah, that's not for me, I don't really understand it. And then they're love it, love journaling, because they start to find the way that works for them. So I want to talk, I love talking a little bit about science and the research behind it as well, because, it can show, because I said before, last week about it being a bit woo-woo, that there is actually evidence showing how journaling can really, really help you. So What the research does show, okay, is expressive writing reduces the activity in the amygdala, which is the brain's stress and emotion center. I know I brought that up in last week's episode as well, but I was like, I have to remind you. So, yeah, it helps with stress, okay? It increases emotional regulation as well and reduces that spiral thinking, like the spiral thinking that leads to overwhelm, like emotional eating, binge eating, or comparison, when your mind runs away with you. So it actually does reduce that as well. Gratitude journaling is one I do help my clients with quite a lot, something I practice myself. That kind of journaling can improve your mood, it can improve your sleep and resilience as well. So even when it's done only once or twice a week. So again, I know I talked about this last week as well, where you don't have to be doing it every single day. The research shows even if you do it once or twice a week, it's going to have a massive impact on you. So writing does also help the brain organise thoughts into a narrative, which creates clarity and reduces anxiety. So when you write, you literally calm yourself down as well. You calm your central nervous system, which is so important. But it also helps you process things. Rather than spinning around your head, you can actually start to process it. Write it down. Write down what's spinning around your head. Write down what you're worried about, what you're feeling overwhelmed about, because you can process it a lot better by just physically writing it down. And it's incredible. And it's something that I lean into a lot when I'm struggling with overwhelm or stress. I definitely lean into journaling even more so. So, what journaling should do is give you a place to meet yourself, honestly, where you are now, because it's private as well, so you can scribble down your thoughts and feelings without being judged or without that fear of judgment for others, because it's somewhere that's yours, it's something special to you, so you can actually be honest with yourself and just get out whatever's in your head. It's a moment to yourself as well, a real moment to just pause a sec and just explore what you're feeling as well. It's also a really good way to strengthen your self-awareness, to understand, again, what's going on in your head, how you're feeling, how you're showing up. And it's a way to catch patterns before they take over as well. Your train of thoughts, patterns that come up maybe daily, being able to write it down, you'll start to notice them because it brings in the awareness that I just talked about. So, in my coaching, we do go a lot deeper as well, because journaling becomes a tool to retrain your brain. And I know I talk about reframing and rewiring the mindset, and this is where I use journaling and journal prompts to bring that self-awareness, to help those patterns, and to start reframing around the narrative that is coming up as well. So it's not just about tracking your day, it's understanding these thought patterns. But so today I'm just going to give you a version as well that anyone can start with. So to get you started on your journaling, I want to give you some prompts. And I know I talked about some prompts last week as well, but these are some more to help you. So they're I guess they're starter prompts, if you will, to get you going. So first of all, what am I feeling right now? Okay. What do I need to do today? And then what is one thing I want to remind myself of? Okay. These are quite similar to the ones I gave last week, but again, I like to just play around with it, explore it, what fits for you. So these 3 questions are really good to just get out of your head and just, take that moment to yourself to explore how you're feeling and what you need out of the day. Because once you feel that shift as well, you will start wanting to be actually, I can see the benefits of this now. How else do I journal? So, yeah, these are a really good way to just check in with yourself, explore how you feel, and recognize any patterns as well. Maybe start noticing that certain days you feel a certain way, maybe around your cycle as well, you might feel differently, and this is why it's really good to see these patterns. So I'm going to give you a quick example like of how to answer these questions as well, because I think some people get in their head about like, oh, what if I'm going to write it wrong? Like I said, there's no right or wrong. So I want to like tell you how I would answer these. Like, for example, I would be, how am I feeling? Okay, I feel a bit tired today, but I'm also really grateful. You know, I'm grateful for the things in my life. So, you know, it could be like, maybe I feel a bit stressed today, but I'm also quite happy with how I'm dealing with that. You know, just explore the feeling a little bit more, because there could be few emotions as well, and that's okay. So write it down. How am I feeling? So the need as well. So if I'm feeling a little tired today, I might be like, okay, I'm going to have a slower morning, and I need like make sure I have water and make sure I'm focusing on some nutritious meals to help, if that makes sense. So that's my feeling. So I've got my feeling and that's my need. And then the reminder is that I don't need to rush around and people please to be worthy. Okay? So that's my reminder to myself. So that's an example. So obviously think about how that would apply to you, and how you could answer those questions today. So, like I said, it's really quick, 30 seconds. Don't overthink it. Like, don't have to write loads. It's just something really quick and easy to write. And this is why I do feel like journaling prompts should be quick and easy, because it's something then you can do. It's like a little mini check-in with yourself. And what I do say to people as well is, if you can't write them down, think about these questions while you're in the shower, you know, or getting ready. Like, you don't have to physically write these questions down, but it's quite obviously like doing a brain dump and stuff, like I explained, it can be really good for processing stuff. But these little mini like check-ins, I guess, to yourself, you can easily do by just thinking about them. So as I explained, like inside like my coaching, like the Misfit group coaching, I do journal prompts, and also with my one-to-one coaching, I tailor more journal prompts with each client. Like, so we take it further, because journaling is such a good mindset tool. And like I said, it rewires, it reframes, it builds that self-trust with yourself, that awareness for yourself, and we can start working through body image issues, food relationship, even stress, overwhelm, any emotions coming up, binge eating, emotional eating, we can do that through journal prompts. So the prompts I've given you today are like a really good first step to get you going. But you know, if you did want deeper work, then obviously, like I said, I do a lot of this in my coaching. So that's, you know, if something you want to explore, then I'm happy to help. So if you have struggled with journaling and it hasn't stuck, like, you know, it might be because you've been trying someone else's version of it and it doesn't sit with you, or it doesn't align with you. So use these prompts this week, see how they feel. And like I said, if you do want a space where you can build up that consistency, have that bit more support around it, then obviously I do have spaces open right now. So you've got Misfits to start on the 5th of Jan, which I'm very excited about, and there are a few spots left. And I've also got one-to-one spots open if you are looking for more personal support, which I will drop the links below.